Hello and welcome. We are doing one of the new IB poems, Kleurblind by Karina Stander. And this certainly is a very interesting one. Not difficult, just some things that you need to be aware of. The context is quite important, a little bit of history, and then you'll be good to go for this one. Let me unpack it for you. Let me explain it to you in terms of what they could possibly ask in this poem. And then you can also just help me, please, by sharing the link to this video as far and wide as you can. WhatsApp status, WhatsApp groups, Instagram, that sort of thing. And also just be aware that my books from grade 7 right to grade 12 are now on Takealot. So please support that, and also share the link in the description of my Takealot shop on your social platforms. That'll really help me, and I'll deeply appreciate it. Let's dive right into this. It'll take us 25 minutes or so I hope. But so let's look at this poem. Okay, very short, 11 lines, not a long poem at all. Kleurblind, colorblind. So I put the translation there for you as always, colorblind. It says there, een oggend het hulle, one morning they, heel terloops. Terloops is a hard word to translate, apparently. I discovered it now. Quite casually, like, by the way, it just happened, terloops. By the way, that here means quite casually. Mekaar ontmoet. Two people met each other quite casually one morning. Where? Waar dou klam grond, so where dewy, wet soil met tyd, with time, haar hande, bit of alliteration there, haar hande bruin skakeer. Shaded her hands. Skakeer is a beautiful word in Afrikaans. Skakeer is an artist word where you shade, where the soil shaded her hands. Okay. In sy palms, his, so sy remember as his in Afrikaans. In sy palms, wit verbleik. It faded his palms white, or bleached his palms white. So her palms were brown, his palms were white. Comma, line 8, het hulle eers geskrik. First they got a fright. Ooh. Okay, we'll see about what. Mekaar onseker aangekyk, looked at each other uncertainly, with suspicion, with feelings of what's going on here. Okay. 2, bewus van die aardse eg, this earthly bond, this earthly truth. That's a powerful statement. Die aardse eg, and still, quietly, they intertwined their fingers, holding hands. Okay, so I hope you can see that this is a meeting between a white man, or white boy, a white person, and a colored person, isn't it? And there's a realization that there's a romantic interest, that there's a romantic energy, there's a romantic connection between these two. And at first glance, it happens quickly. Okay, right. So just as a side note, these are all my views and interpretations. There's not a lot of information available on this poem. I'm not copying this from somebody else. Okay, so please use this with your teacher and with your book. These are just my kind of insights and views, and I might be wrong, and your teacher might disagree, and that is completely fine. You might disagree, and that's totally fine. This is just a forum. This is just a YouTube channel. I'm just a guy on YouTube interpreting this poem. So let's look at a little bit of history here, right? So this poem takes us back to apartheid days. And there were two laws. Look, the apartheid law started in 1948. That's a while ago. Okay. And the first one was the Prohibition of Marriages Act. So they very quickly went to this one. Black and white people, colored and white. Back then they called them kleurlinge. Okay. Swart mense, wit mense mag nie trou nie. You could not legally get married. Okay? And in Afrikaans it's called die wet op die verbod van gemengde huwelike. Now I put this in here because I think there is the off chance that they might ask you what are these laws that prohibited people from different races getting involved romantically. I doubt that they would go that far, but anyway, it's still interesting to know. The other one is the Immorality Amendment Act. Yes, that sounds serious, eh? Immorality Amendment Act. Die Ontugwet. Wet nummer 21. Shortly after that was the very next year. And that law says that there is to be no intimacy, no sexual relations between people of different races. So if you're a 28-year-old person, a white male, and you fall in love with a colored female, and the neighbors report you sleeping in the same bed, you are in big trouble. You're going to go to jail. Okay, can you believe that that a government would have this kind of control over people? Okay, thank goodness that we live in a democracy and we are not policed in this way anymore. Anyway, so that's just a bit of background. Okay, so now we know what the setting is. Yeah. Okay, so this attraction between these people are illegal. It's onwettig. Okay, and it happened. Obviously, it happened in apartheid years. So now, if this happens to you, and you think, "Oh, it'll never happen to me," it could happen to you. It is. You are in a horrific situation now that you are not able to express your deeply personal emotions and attractions because the government says that you can't. Okay, so think about that. Just think about all the nuances of this. Okay. Anyway, so let's hit this title. Okay, kleurblind. Okay, so at a biological level, colorblind. Okay. This is what I got from Google. It's 'n oogtekort wat gekenmerk word deur die. Okay, so this is the important part. Die onvermoë om kleure in normale ligtoestande te sien. In fact, let's just take all the excessive stuff out here and make it simple. It's Afrikaans made simple, Henk. It's not Afrikaans made stupidly difficult. Onvermoë om kleure te sien. You can't. That's essentially what it is. That's kleurblind at a biological level. They might ask you that, like, what is kleurblind? You can't see colors. Okay, but here it obviously means something else. There's another level to this title that we have to unpack. 'n metaforiese vlak, 'n simboliese vlak. Hier beteken dit dat die twee karakters nie ras sien as iets wat 'n romantiese verhouding belemmer nie. I don't know why I'm using fancy Afrikaans so much now. What is going on here? I could put this a lot more in a lot simpler terms. When two characters don't see race as an obstacle to a romantic relationship. Okay, like I'm attracted to different races. Okay, so that's what. So I'm blind to color. Okay, so as I say, hulle voel romanties aangetrokke tot ander rasgroepe. They feel romantically attracted to other race groups. Okay. So a black person might like a black girl, black woman might like black men, but under certain conditions and in a certain situation, she might fall in love with a white man. And that happened. It was very common, okay? Very, very common in apartheid days, like it is today. Okay, it's nothing was really changed. Back then it was just hidden. Now we are allowed to express those emotions. Okay. So kleurblind. Now, if someone's colorblind, now the implication here, okay, now this is just my thought, I might be reaching a bit here, is that we are all born colorblind. And I saw this with my 2 kids when they were growing up. We are in KwaZulu-Natal, where the majority of the kids that Mila and Quinn grew up with were black kids. And there were also lots of Indian kids and some colored kids. We never used racial classifications. And they still, I mean, they're 9 and 10 years old. They still don't even register it. Okay, they don't see race. They're like blind to it. They literally don't see it. And I mean, Mila's 11. Okay, so she's not stupid. So when she speaks of friends and speaks of people, I can pick up that there are colored kids, there are black kids, there are white kids, and it's like irrelevant to her. And Quinn plays sport and he has mates that are, I mean, he doesn't care what race they are. So the idea here that I'm trying to bring out is that race is something that the racial differences is something that we teach. We instill that in our children. Race, the idea of race and racism is iets wat deur die gemeenskap aan mense geleer word. It's something that is taught to people by the community, gemeenskap. And then I say here, op 'n pure romantiese vlak, on a purely romantic, earthly level. Now this earthly becomes important, okay? This idea of on the basis of soil, the ground, the earth. There's no difference between race. We all come out of the soil. If you put a body in the soil, it becomes part of the soil. Doesn't matter if it's white or black. Soil. Okay. All the elements in our body is the same. Okay. It's literally just the melatonin in our skins that are different. Okay. I bleed red. You bleed red. If I cut my muscle, it's pink. If you cut your muscle, it's pink. Scientifically, there's no difference between race. If you are still a racist in 2025, you are an idiot. Okay? And you might not like me saying that, but that is true. That is just the truth. That is just the truth. Okay? If you hate other races based on their skin color, you are dumb. Okay, so, and people were dumb. We can look back now and say, what on earth? Okay, so we've progressed as humans. Okay, so let's go to een oggend. So een oggend, it's not a oggend or die oggend, it's een oggend, it's any morning. So this is just a random event. You know what random is in Afrikaans? I bet you don't know this. Check out. It's lukraak. Lukraak. This is completely a random day. Lukraak. It's a lukrake dag. sê dit kon enige oggend gewees het. Okay? Enige oggend gewees het. Terloops also means it's unplanned. It's by the way, there's an unplanned meeting. And the picture that we kind of, I don't know why, I don't really have evidence for this, but it's a picture of like a lawn and someone, or a park, or a university lawn, or a school lawn, where two people are sitting down, and then their hands kind of find each other, and then they hold hands because there's just this attraction between them. Okay, that would be a bit odd on a first meeting, and we have evidence here that this is not really a first meeting, that there has been some time that passed. Well, they say it there in line 5. Okay. Anyway, but let's talk about Douklam Grond first, because that's interesting, right? I would think that they might want to ask something about the Douklam Grond. Let me just move this down a bit. Can I move this down? Thank you. It's so kind of you, OneNote. Douklam Grond. So soil. Okay, so let's just think about this, the dewy, wet soil where they're sitting on. Are they sitting on this? I think they are. Okay. It's a symbol of vrugbaarheid, fertility. Okay. But perhaps more a symbol of a new start. Soil, ground, land, new land. It's always a symbol of something new. And then, okay, I might be wrong here, or your teacher might think, just ignore Henk here, he's on a tangent. But soil, land, grond, also, especially in the South African context, carries an enormous amount of symbolical value. Much of our politics today, much of the tension in our country today, I mean, you can watch Jordan Peterson's podcast. Now, one of the latest episodes is about where he tries to understand South African history. And 90% of the time, they're talking about how a lot of our conflict and a lot of the racism and a lot of the issues, economic issues, is about the issue of land. Land. It's because all of our cultures, the black culture, the Khoi San culture, the colored culture, the white culture, was all born from farming, raising cattle out of this beautiful country. And eventually it led to conflict. Okay, that's what it comes down to. Okay. So let's look at line 5, because this is now an interesting one. So they want us to believe in line 1 to 4 that this is like a spontaneous meeting, terloops. By the way, we're sitting down in the grass, we met, but then met tyd. Why do they put that in there? I didn't really understand it at first, but it makes sense. Okay, because it says met tyd haar hande bruin skakeer en sy palms wit verblek. So in time, her hands became, in time, her hands shaded brown, and in time, with time, his palms became white. Okay, so that shows that some kind of time, whether it's before they've met or now after they've met, I don't know, but it is a time factor pushed into this poem in line 5, and we can't ignore it. And it's isolated as well, typographically. Isolated. Typografische isolasie. And what does it do? It beklemtoon die tyd wat verloop het voor haar hande bruin skakeer. So in time her hands became brown, and in time his palms became white. perhaps, and this is just a suggestion, that this bewustwording is this forming an awareness that there's a status difference between races. So these two might have spotted each other before, and so had maybe quick interactions, or seen each other in class, or whatever the case, or at work, whatever the context, it doesn't really matter. And they liked each other, but then in time they were like, hey, I've got to think here. This is apartheid. There's a status difference between the races. Whites are at the top. Colors are down the rank here. Okay. And also they emphasize it in a double sense, because it's vooroplasing. Met tyd is in the wrong, it's out of the stompie context. Haar hande, so met tyd should be there. Okay, so they bring it forward, and by bringing it forward, they emphasize it even more. So die vooroplasing met tyd, dit beklemtoon die belangrikheid van die tyd, wat eers moes verbygaan. Okay, so I think that these two characters are completely aware. They might have been colorblind. Oh, yeah, I have an attraction to this beautiful girl. And then he might have told his mother or his friend, and then they would have said, Bud, my friend, she's colored. Have you lost your mind? You can't like a colored person. Maybe. Oopsie. So that could be the case. And then in the ambement, there's this enjambment there. Line just flows and then flows again. So from 6 to 7. So it just emphasizes the flow of emotion. When attraction happens, it happens quickly. Dit gebeur vinnig. Okay. And then it says haar hande brein skakeer. Haar hande brein skakeer. To shade something brown in art or anything takes time as well. Het gebeur met tyd. This could indicate the awareness, forming the awareness that there are racial differences. Bewustwording van rasseverskille met tyd. And if you think back of those times, the apartheid government forced race ideology onto people. How? Via the education system, via the church, the NGK, okay, the NG Kerk. They actively taught that there's a difference between races, and that the church went as far to say that God favors white people. Okay, now put yourself in the shoes of this white boy having feelings or having a crush or falling in love with a colored girl. Now, your church says it's wrong, your school says it's wrong, your friends says, they say it's wrong. And same from her point of view. Okay, her mom must be saying, please, my girl, he's a white boy. What have you lost your mind? Okay, this is apartheid. Wake up. Okay. Then that beautiful word skakeer, also shading is a complex thing in art. Okay, so it also points to the complexity of racial identity. So people form their whole identities around the race group that they belong to. I am a white. First and foremost, I'm white. Okay, let me start there. I'm white. Then I'm a male. Then I'm a liberal. Then I'm a Christian. Then I belong to the golf club. Then I went to the school. So people defined their whole personalities, their whole identity on race, and that was absolutely fueled by government. Okay, sy hande wit verbleik, that part. Hy word witter met tyd. So he might have seen himself just as a person, then he met ander woorde, hy word bewus van sosiale norme oor ras. Maybe this is a young guy, 18 years old, 19 years old, and then he becomes progressively more aware of norms around race. And he's like, oh my word, I love this girl, but now look at all of these obstacles, these flippin' things in the way. And then I said there, are they sitting here on a lawn? What? You know, haar hande bruin. So literally it could mean she's sitting back and her hands are touching the soil and it's becoming brown. But on a symbolical level, she's becoming more brown as she becomes more aware of racial stereotypes. He's becoming whiter, maybe because he's pressing his hands against the soil and then the blood pushes over your hands and your hands become white. But he's also becoming whiter because he's becoming more aware of the social norms and restrictions that this places on his feelings towards this girl. Does that make sense? Eers geskrik. First they got a fright. They're like, whoa. Okay, whoa. Am I actually attracted to someone of a different race? Okay. Maybe they got a fright for the social consequences. Yeah, the social consequences. You go to jail. That's what you do. You can't walk down in the park holding a person's hand of a different color. The police will come and arrest you. That's enough to give you a fright, isn't it? Okay. Onseker aangekyk. They looked at each other and surely. Okay, it was the full stop there that was meaningful. See, there's a full stop there. Don't miss that. That is important. I might even ask that, I think, if I was in a bad mood. Onseker aangekyk. They looked at each other unsurely, with hesitation. Full stop. So that full stop creates time. So it almost creates that awkward silence where people look at each other and are trying to gauge each other's facial expressions and emotions. Okay, they look at, or they could just look in each other's eyes for a long time in amazement because they are both such beautiful people. And then the word to. Now, to normally indicates a vending in the poem, a shift. I suppose you could see it as a shift. It comes late. And there's the change in the poem. To bewus van die aardse eg. And then aware of the, and this is a very strong way of putting it, the earthly truth, okay, of this feeling. Skakel met die douklam grond. It reconnects with that previous image there of the soil. Yeah, there. Okay, so that's nice. And also this idea that something new has begun. So it's like the decision there is final. Die nuwe verhouding is 'n finale besluit. Okay, let me maybe just put that in the notes there. It's a finale besluit. Where am I typing? Finale besluit. They've decided, screw all these racial norms and apartheid ideologies and racial nonsense. We like each other. It is what it is. And this is real, like the earth that I'm standing on. It's real. Okay. Fingers in mekaar gevleg. So it's quite this beautiful image of they touch hands and then the fingers just go like they're holding hands. And I just couldn't resist reaching a bit here with the vleg, the plaiting. If you look at our DNA helix, it's a plaited helix. It looks the same for everybody, right? DNA is DNA. Human DNA is human DNA. There's no way of telling the difference. Since 1994, we've known, or 94 or 91, we've known this scientifically from the Human Genome Project, that we are all humans. Surprise, there's no difference between us. And if you believe that, then you don't believe in science. So then you're stupid, okay? Cool. En dan het eindig met 'n punt. Full stop. They locked fingers, they were holding hands. Die besluit op die verhouding is finaal. Another indication that this is final. Ten spyte van, at the cost of, regardless of social and cultural complications that they might face, they're going to hold hands, and they're going to get in trouble for this. If you were at a university holding hands like this, you would be in deep trouble. You'd get reported. Okay, and then, okay, this is cool. So lastly, so there's no rhyme, eh? Look here. Hulle terloops ontmoet grondtyd, skakeer, verblyk, nothing. And then right at the end, eg rhymes with gevleg. And there you find coupled rhyme, paarrym. Okay, very functional. Dit is functioneel. Dit versterk die idee dat die twee nou 'n paartjie is. They have been plaited together. They are holding hands. Aanvanklik, initially it was 'n mal idee dat twee rasse saam kan wees in 'n verhouding. Where there's no rhyme, it's like chaotic. That's like the chaotic part of this, or this senseless laws. Okay, it's chaotic because it creates chaos and sadness and heartache in people's lives. But yeah, at the end there's paarrym, which means there's now harmony between these two. And look, they will face consequences. Okay, so we don't know what happens after this. But that's kind of what I got out of Kleurblind, Colorblind. Please do if you've got a book with questions and stuff, you must do it, eh? And then I hope you watch this before you watch it, you hear it in class, or straight after, because then you can kind of combine those notes and really make a success out of this. This is not difficult. Okay, you just have to, it takes some preparation. But I hope that helps, and I hope that my ideas are not too super crazy. And please support my work. The easiest way for you to support my work is to just send this video, this link, to as many people as you can, together with the Take A Lot link in the description of this video, so that I can sell books, so that I can live here in South Africa and eat and give my people food. Okay, I'm gonna stop using that joke. Anyway, chat soon and keep working, and all the best. Also check out the Donkerweb videos, buy those videos, it's well worth it. Look, don't use too many guides and things. Stick to one person that's going to help you through this. Check out my other videos. I've made a ton of these things, okay, about taal, opsommings, all that nonsense that you get in paper one. I've made it easy for you. And then just buy the book. I mean, if you don't have the book, if you've been living in a cave or what, just get the book from Take A Lot, or ask your teacher just to buy a copy for each of the pupils in your classroom. I mean, it's not going to break the bank. It's going to be awesome, and it's going to help you. I'd appreciate it. Thank you, and all the best, and be safe and be warm and make good decisions. That's me. I'm out.